Former President Donald Trump has secured enough delegates to seal the Republican presidential nomination, setting up a 2024 rematch with President Joe Biden. Tuesday night has clinched the Democratic nomination. Trump went into Tuesday's contests in Georgia, Hawaii, Mississippi and Washington as the presumptive nominee, after he vanquished all his primary opponents, while Biden faced little opposition in his primaries. Former United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley ended her bid for the Republican nomination last week, after she won just one state on Super Tuesday. Trump's projected victories Tuesday night pushed him over the 1,215 delegate mark, the magic number, needed for a majority at the GOP's July convention in Milwaukee. Those delegates will be bound by party rules to support him, even as he faces looming court cases in 4 separate indictments. The general election starts with Biden's favorability having dipped below 40% in a spate of recent polls below Trump, who also remains unpopular. While Biden ran ahead of Trump in virtually every major poll in 2020, recent polls have shown the race virtually tied, or with Trump holding a slight edge, with voters raising concerns about Biden's age and Trump's legal woes. While Biden ran virtually unopposed on the Democratic side, Trump steamrolled through a Republican primary field that included a handful of prominent politicians. He won all but 2 contests in Vermont and Washington, D.C. through Tuesday, and retained his grip on the Republican primary electorate in the process. Candidates who ran against him as vocal critics, such as former New Jersey Gov. Chris Christie, Arkansas Gov. Asa Hutchinson and former Rep. Will Hurd of Texas couldn't get traction? Those looking to brand themselves as Trump 2.0, such as Florida Gov. Ron DeSantis and businessman Vivek Ramaswamy, couldn't break Trump's hold on the party. His former Vice President, Mike Pence, found himself unable to get out of his shadow, but also unable to appeal to Trump supporters after he defied Trump's wishes, and didn't move to block the certification of the 2020 election. 2021. Haley eventually turned her campaign into a destination for the share of Republican voters, who desperately want their party to change course away from Trump. But her standing among Republican voters overall fell as she stepped up the anti-Trump rhetoric. GOP presidential primary contests were playing out in parallel, one with Trump largely refusing to engage with the rest of the field as the heavy favorite, and another featuring the rest of the field scrambling for a distant second place. Initially, some Republicans thought Trump could be beaten. DeSantis, a popular general in the GOP culture wars, who in 2022 notched the largest victory in a Florida governor's race since 1982, briefly led Trump in hypothetical one-on-one contests. DeSantis and his supporters believed that he could snatch support from Trump, particularly after Trump-backed candidates underperformed in the same 2022 midterms that DeSantis dominated. But DeSantis' campaign stumbled out of the gate and never truly recovered his standing in the polls, in part because of early attacks. Questions about the campaign's strategy and finances emerged just months into his bid. He replaced his campaign manager over the summer, as well-funded super PAC clashed both internally and with the campaign. Haley's campaign started off slow, but her stock steadily rose heading into this year. Capitalizing on that momentum, the Haley campaign waited until the fall to start spending big, and she vaulted into the second tier of candidates, finishing just 2% in Iowa. Unable to garner momentum in Iowa, DeSantis suspended his campaign, elevating Haley into a one-on-one battle against Trump. But she continued to poll poorly with Republican voters, relying heavily on support from self-identified independents and Democrats in states that allowed them to participate in GOP nominating contests. A dynamic that vastly limited her ceiling, even as she gave voice to many voters' discontent with Trump.
Both virtually secured the nomination for their respective parties.
GOP presidential
Republican
primary
Mr. Trump
debate.
won in Alabama,
His campaign
Arkansas,
even called on the
California,
Republican National
Colorado,
Committee to cancel
Maine,
the debates last
Massachusetts,
fall.
Minnesota, North
Four
Carolina,
indictments
Oklahoma,
over allegations
Tennessee,
for making
Texas
hush
and
money
Virginia,
payments
brushing
to an
aside
adult
Nikki
film
Haley.
actress, to mishandling of
Meanwhile,
classified
Mr.
documents,
Biden
to
appeared to
efforts
win
to
easily in
overturn the
14
2020
states,
election,
but lost in the
and
U.S.
civil
territory
judgments
of
for
American
business fraud
Samoa
and defamation
faces a
related to a
potentially
rape
sizable,
allegation from an
uncommitted
author,
vote in
didn't
Minnesota,
prevent
where
Trump
he
from
is still
maintaining his
projected to
grip.
win.
After his victories
Despite
in
their
Iowa
clear
and New
victories,
Hampshire,
a rematch
then
between
RNC
Mr.
chair
Trump,
Ronna
77,
McDaniel said
and
on
Mr.
Fox
Biden,
News that she
81,
believed
the
voters
first
had sent a
repeat U.S.
clear message
presidential
that Trump
matchup
would be
since
the nominee,
1956
even though
is one
Haley
few
was still an
Americans seem to
active
want,
candidate.
based on opinion
And despite
polls.
those words and her long
Speaking
history
to
of
a
supporting
crowd
him,
gathered at his
Trump called for
Mar-a-Lago home in
McDaniel's
Florida,
resignation as
Mr.
leader
Trump
of the party
described the
shortly
president as
afterward.
the worst the
Trump's
country has ever
preferred
seen.
picks, former North
There's
Carolina
never been anything like
GOP
what's
Chairman
happening to
Michael
our country,
Whatley and the
he
former
added,
president's
before
daughter-in-law,
wrongly adding 15
Laura
million
Trump, took
people
the
have
reins of
crossed
the
the southern border
RNC this
from
month
Mexico
as
to the
chair and
U.S.
co-chair,
But Mr.
respectively,
Biden
as
warned his
Trump
rival,
once again
who is
takes
facing
over
a
as the
litany of
Republican
criminal
Party's
charges,
presidential
including
nominee and
interference
its
in the
singular
2020
standard bearer.
election, is determined to destroy our democracy. He is driven by.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share.